Let's take a step back, shall we, Jo? Because you've already touched upon energy and your passion and I suppose your determination and the joy you've had in fact working and keeping going. Where has that come from? It started back with Jo Malone London. You sold to Westdale Lauder in 1999, left the company in 2006, but that was your baby a long time before that.
Yeah, and I still think of it as part of me. You know, I spent a huge part of my life nurturing, and I was this young kid and young girl at that point. I knew nothing about retail. I knew nothing about it. And I just, honestly, I lived this big, huge adventure and I loved every second. But where does that resilience, I think, comes from my upbringing. So I grew up in a family where money was very scarce, where I was really the adult from the age of 11. And I mean, although I suffer from dyslexia, so I can't do things in a conventional fashion, I'm really good at looking whatever is left on the and building something, whatever that is. And whether that was selling my dad's paintings in the market, or it was making face creams for my mom, or it was creating, you know, lime, basil and mandarin and nutmeg and ginger. I always had this ability to take things and be able to create something. And I always thinking that with that kind of business head. But I think that resilience came through a tough upbringing, very tough upbringing. And I learned to think differently and not be frightened of tough times. And that passion, I think, comes from, my father was an artist and my mum was an artist in a very different form in cosmetics. And I watched these two people who, they're both past now, they're both gone. And I wish I'd told them more how much I value, because that passion is definitely rooted in my upbringing, my family, and they loved everything that they did. And I think that really did rub off on me.